Holy smokes, has it been a minute. Forewarning, Ray Bob is in the room and he is awake. So if you hear some rambling in the back, it's just him. And he really likes to pull himself up on things now. And so if the camera starts to move, it's just him pulling on the table. So wowzers. Yeah, it's been a minute. We've been busy per usual. I don't think we ever hit a time where we're not. And so I should be used to it by now, but it seems like it's just never ending. Also, I started to do this earlier, and then Ray Bob was being needy and needed fed and all that stuff. So I moved to the living room. So yeah, let's catch up on some things. I think I might go backwards here. So obviously ball has started, and so 2 to 3 nights a week we're at the ball fields, and which we love it because I was a softball girl, and so being at the ball fields was my thing. And so it doesn't bother me one bit. The heat, I'm pretty sure I'm more miserable now that I'm not pregnant this summer than I was last summer being pregnant. I don't really know what it is, but I'm not fully ready for this heat this summer. I worked in the pizza trailer last night, and I texted my husband. I'm like, I'm not ready for pizza trailer heat. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe it's like a hormone thing. I don't know. You want this? But don't get me wrong. I love the summertime. I like the tan / burn. But my body does not. So, we've been, like I said, baseball. School's wrapping up. Next week's the freaking last week. Which means we've got field trips, relays, all that stuff going on right now, which is just added to the chaos. But yeah, and honestly, I thought elementary relays were done. Like this was Tice's last year, but I guess not. So I was like, I'm not missing his last relays. But then I found out it's like not his last one. But I'm still not missing it, because I hate missing his sports stuff. So yeah, we've got that. Had a ball game Monday. We got our garden planted. The last time we tried to do a garden, we did we put the seeds in the little cup things and tried to do our own starters, and then we would transplant them. And Dean did really good with them. Like, took them everywhere with him, like they were children. But then we had a cold night and they died. So we hadn't done anything since then, but we burned our shed down last summer or the summer before. And so we put our little garden spot there. And so we're gonna give her a go. We did like a mix of starters and like seeds in the ground. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If we get a couple things, we get a couple things. Ray Bob also is pulling himself. I think I said this already. Pulling himself up on everything. Everything he probably shouldn't. Can you let go of that, please? Ooh! There's 100 other things that you could pull yourself up on. We've also been working on on no. And he, stop. And he doesn't, hear me out. I think he knows you're telling him no, but his response is like, like, I don't get you. I don't understand what you're saying, but I think he really does. So that's been fun. He is all over the place, does not like to sit still, which I took him, he was outside like all last weekend, and Saturday he had a little bit of like a occasional cough, and then it got worse Sunday, and it was like sounded kind of like wheezy-ish. And so since we had like that whole freaking spell of him being sick all the time, I'm like, I'm not fucking with this. We went to the walk-in clinic on Monday. I've been to the walk-in clinic multiple times. I really haven't ever had to wait that long, but usually I always went on a Friday. I went on a Monday. Biggest mistake of my freaking life. Also, I never did like you can reserve a spot for the walk-in clinic. Didn't do that either because I've never had to. I learned very quickly from now on I will be doing that, because sitting in a waiting room for an hour with a 9-month-old that wants to be on the go freaking constantly is, it's, I don't even know the word to use. It's like overstimulating, and there's like other people in the waiting room, and you're trying to get your kid to like stay calm. So it was a lot. And on top of that, I feel like there's common sense when you're sitting in a freaking waiting room that you don't listen to videos or whatever on your phone on fucking loud. Well, obviously people like don't have this common sense like I thought they would. So we dealt with that. And then we dealt with the people that think they need to talk to people on speakerphone. To add to that, on speakerphone in another language, which whatever. It is what it is, like the whole language thing. But the fact it's on fucking speaker, I literally just about said fuck it and walked out, because, and I would have just Googled it and diagnosed telling myself, which good thing I didn't, because I wouldn't have probably went the route that the doctor told us to go. But I guess I don't understand where people think it's a good idea to have a fucking full ass phone conversation on speaker in a fucking waiting room. Like, what part of your brain thinks that's a good idea? Do you know? Me freaking either, because it drove me crazy, and it about made me just say fucking and walk out. I don't understand. I don't even, like, my phone is never on loud. My, like, when I am watching stuff on my phone, it's not fucking loud, which my husband's really bad about it. He thinks that everybody in the fucking car needs to listen to what he's watching. And it drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. And usually I'll just turn the radio up or tell him to turn it the fuck down. Because I hate loud, unnecessary fucking noises. And to me, that's an unnecessary noise. And it could be avoided. That was my eyeball. So yeah, that in itself drained me on Monday. That whole thing just, yeah, it exhausted me. Ouch, Bob. So yeah, we did that. What else have we been up to? Played some slow pitch last weekend. And I didn't play any last year, obviously, because I was pregnant. But I think I forget how long it takes my body to recoup after playing slow pitch. We played on Saturday. My legs still hurt. And the next day, I like could barely move. Like it took me a lot of effort to like move my legs. Which is super embarrassing. But it's 31, I guess. I'm not in shape to play ball. So my body just had to reap the benefits, or not the benefits, had to reap the consequences of me thinking that I could just go do this and nothing bad happened. Which also, I made it. I made it all day without landing myself in the dirt. And if you've played with me before, I don't know what it is. I think maybe my equilibrium, if that's the word I'm looking for. I think it's just off because somehow I always end up on the ground. I made it until the last freaking game this past weekend without falling down. I sure as shit was rounding third. They say there was a hole there. I'm hoping to Jesus there was, because I fell, I rolled, and then I had to get back up and run. And that just, it set me over. So yeah, and I got burnt, which I knew that was going to happen. But it's just, my body just can't take the damage like it used to. Because a lot of people, like, they'll drink and play slow pitch. I've never been a drinker, and like, I can't drink and play. I literally, I don't know what it is. I just can't do it, because the thought of me drinking a beer and then going and running literally makes me want to vomit, which is probably what would happen if I drank like some of the people do at these things. And I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I have a hard enough time running and obviously staying on my feet, and hitting sober. Like, if I added alcohol, you might as well put me in the bench. So yeah, but I tried to do it. I had one beer and then I'm like, nope, this ain't for me. And it's the heat and all the sweat, like, ugh, just thinking about it makes me like feel hungover. Playing slow pitch all day, and like, I feel like after that I get the same, like, my body gets the same feeling as if I was on the lake drinking all day. Like, I don't know what it is. It's probably just my body just rejecting. I wish I could be one of the cool kids and be able to drink while I play, but I'm just not. And so yeah, I'm technically still in recovery because my legs hurt, but I can move them. They move on their own. So yeah, that was Saturday. Dean took the top off on my Jeep and the doors, mainly so we could. It was nice enough that I'm like, I have a few days off. I'm going to kind of let the Jeep like air out, with all the dust and stuff. And so that was like the main reason. But then I drove it to slow pitch. I'm like, oh my God, this is heaven. And so I haven't put it back on yet. We're going to have to put it back on tonight because I got to work tomorrow. But it's been nice having that off and just kind of cruising around. I went and picked Tice up on Mother's Day in it, and he's got his long mullet, and he yelled at me part of the way. He's like, you need to slow down. He's like, my hair is whipping me in the face. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're gonna have to put in a fucking ponytail or something, because I'm going the speed limit. Like, I don't even know what me to do about it. So yeah, that I've been taking that when I can. Obviously, Ray Bob doesn't get to experience it because it's a little too windy for him. Yeah, this. I freaking, just same shit. Grocery shopping. Went and did that today. Ray Bob needed some summer clothes because he's a big growing boy. And the stuff that I have, ouch, that was given to me, a lot of it was like long sleeves, and obviously it's hot outside. So we had to go get him some summer clothes. And he's a hot boy anyway, and his poor fair skin loves being outside, but like has to have a limit because of his white skin and red hair. Like he was born to burn. Right, yeah. So we have been trying to keep one of those like those bucket hats on him. He's not a huge fan of bucket hats, but if you can like put it on him and like distract him when you're putting it on him, he'll keep it on for a little bit. As long as like it's not in his face where he can't see, because then he gets pissed. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. Just staying alive, surviving, not thriving. With school being out, these kids are gonna be here freaking all the time. I need you to not go that direction. And so freaking electricity bill's gonna go up. The food bill, because I have to keep them fed and stuff. Go this direction. Hey, this direction. Over here. He's like a dog. I have to yeah, your snack's over here. So yeah, I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for all that. Which Tice, I don't know. He'll spend most of his time at the pool. He's got the tan skin where he can be in the sun multiple days in a row. And he'll have his one good burn and then be tan the rest of the summer. So yeah, we be getting by one day at a time. I feel like I had a whole list of things that we're gonna talk about. I think I told you I started this in the kitchen. So then I moved out here and Talon had his bottle and I set him down and I gave him a puff because he loves his snacks. He burped so with his whole chest, sent the puff flying. I about died, and I really wish I would have been recording during that because it was really funny. Yeah, you are your dad's son. So, that's work's been kind of busy. I've been getting some hours. I was supposed to work pretty much all week this week. But we kind of struggle to find a babysitter. Just because my schedule is so inconsistent that either people want you to pay for the whole week, or they want to know what days, and I don't always have that. So it's kind of been hard finding someone to. I have them in my hand. Finding someone, first off, that you trust with your kid, and second, that's gonna work with your schedule. Thankfully, I've had a couple people that have kind of gotten me through to here. But with summer, it gets harder because people are busy and they do stuff on their own, and their own kids are home, so it gets a little bit more chaotic. So we were on the search, which we've got it figured out, I think, through summer. So that's nice. I don't know. It's just a never-ending circus around here. Once we get something figured out, then something else pops up, And I would think at some point, me and my husband say this all the time, like, at some point, something's got to give. We've been saying that for a while now. It just hasn't gave yet. But when it does, hopefully it, yeah, gives a big chunk. What do you want? Do you want those? Get those down there. So yeah, that's what we've been freaking doing. There was like, I've been trying to like write things down. Not write things down. Put in my phone. Like when I come across things that I'm like, I feel like this needs to be discussed. And one of the, I don't know, it's it's just random stuff. And so it's like tax season or whatever, or not tax season. It's tax getting refund time. And I don't even want to get started on the whole taxes thing because I think it's ridiculous that we still pay taxes on shit that we own. And it's mind blowing to me. But whatever. That's not my business, not my specialty, so I just fucking do it. But like our tax returns and stuff like that, they ended up keeping a good chunk of it, which I got all this information on Monday after I'd went and had this whole thing at the walk-in. Like nothing went right Monday. And I had picked the kids came home, was headed to the ball field. I said, "What do you want to bet?" I said, "There's a fucking piece of mail in here saying that they kept our tax return to pay some stuff that needed to be paid." Sure as shit, there's the letter. I'm like, dude, what? Why? What is happening? What are we doing wrong here? Because we got to claim 3 kids this year. And you would think that we'd get some of that. No. I take that back. I did get a little bit. But not what we should have. And I don't know. It's just aggravating to me that they can just take it. Like, you take enough through the goddamn year. Like, you can't get me like just a little bit. Just a fucking little bit. No, that would be too fucking simple. But guarantee, goodness, guarantee if we didn't fucking work and just lived off the government, we'd have fucking $10,000 in a fucking return. But it's fine, whatever. All my signs on Monday were just leading to, I just need to quit my fucking job and live off the government because fuck this. Fuck it all. I'm done. That was my attitude on Monday. I am better today. We're doing okay. Right? We all healthy-ish. Except for you, Mr. Allergies. We have a roof over our head. I did turn the AC on Monday. And like I didn't really notice it until yesterday. And I looked at the thermostat, and even though the AC was going, my temperature was going up. And I'm like, well, that's not right. So I'm like, well, I'll just change the filter. Hopefully that does it. It didn't. It didn't do it. So now we have to figure out why our AC is not working. But thankfully we live in a berm home, and it stays decently cool, but like we have fans going in every room because I'm a hot sleeper. Ray Bob's a hot sleeper. Dean could sleep in a fucking sweatshirt year round, which is, makes me ill thinking about it. Like, it makes me sweaty just thinking about it. So yeah, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I feel I was going somewhere with freaking that. Other than the fact that I'm just gonna quit life and live off the government. Or I've seen these people that are just living off the land, which I don't think I'd make it very far. I'd die for sure. Like I said, I don't have a green thumb. I can't hunt. Like, I'd never make it. So yeah, that's just our life, essentially. There's something else. I seen it was something on Facebook. Oh, like I said, this is gonna be really random because this is just like my random things that happen, and I'm like, that needs to be addressed. When people are making Facebook posts, first off, every little thing does not need to be shared on Facebook, which absolutely not. Ugh. Ray Bob's super into cords, and so he's like, he chews on cords all the time. Well, he doesn't chew on cords. He gets cords to chew on. I obviously stop him before he gets to the point of chewing. I'll be the first to admit, I post stuff like about our life, like, I don't know, not every day by any means, but like, I don't know, life events, I guess, I post on Facebook. But I make sure when I do that, I like look at what I posted, not once, not twice, probably 3 times, to make sure it makes fucking sense and I don't look like an idiot. People need to learn to do the same, because I just can't fathom posting. It could be one fucking sentence, and one, you spell something wrong. We are in 2025 where phones spell check, you know? How are we still spelling words wrong? There was something else. Just like the wording. Like, some people, how they word things, like, literally make them sound so dumb. And I'm sorry. That was kind of rude. But it's another, I feel like, common sense thing. Like, I'm trying to think of an example and I can't think of one. But I know you guys know what I'm freaking talking about because you guys have seen them. It just drives me freaking nuts. Like, look at what the fuck you're posting before you post it. Because you're just making yourself look so ridiculous. Ray Bob's eating my couch. I'm trying to think what else is on my list besides that, because those, it just irks me to no end. My freaking scab. I hate when scabs itch. I just want to pick. Holy moly. I don't remember what else was on there. Military TikTok. I made it to military TikTok. And it's not, let me take this back. It's like military workout TikTok. What is it? Is it Coach Blue is his name? I think that's it. He's this super buff military guy that like posts his workouts, and how I got on there, my algorithm put me there is beyond me, because I think we've talked about this. I'm not a person who works out. I don't have the willpower, or the motivation, the willpower, the interest, the need. No, I take that back. My body has the need to work out. It needs to work out. I personally, no, don't have it. But my thought was, people that are that freaking buff, and if you like, even if you like, if you search military guy on TikTok, I'm sure he'll pop up. I'm pretty sure it's like Coach Blue or something like that. What do you do with all that muscle every day? You know, I can't fathom having that much. Like, there's got to be like 0.1 body fat on that man. Like, it's just all muscle, and he's just so ripped. But what do you do with it? Unless you're doing like bodybuilding shows or like active in the military. I'm sure it comes handy like being active like in the military. That would make sense. Otherwise, what are you doing with it? If I had that much, I would go around like flipping fucking cars. Just I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the point of having that much muscle. And maybe that's because I'm not a gym rat, you know? Maybe they just want to look good. But like, you can look good without that much muscle. You can look good like without work. Like, I don't get it. And I won't. I don't think I ever will. Because like I said, if that was me, I'd be like the person that carries people's bags out. Like, how many bags of groceries do you have? I'm going to carry them all on my finger because it's so muscular. You know what I mean? Good for them, though. They have the discipline that I don't. I don't know. I just can't fathom. But also, me and Dean were talking about it. Like, if Dean was that ripped, like, that wouldn't even be comfortable to like lay with. You know what I mean? That would be, it'd be hard, stiff. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. But speaking of TikTok, and it made me think of it because Ray Bob's over there playing with it. Like I said, he does not like to sit still. And so when we go to ball games, there's a lot of passing him around, letting him just kind of sit in the dirt and do his own thing because he does not like to be held. He does like to play with freaking cords, though. I just need to get like a toy that is just a bunch of cords, like inactive cords. You cannot play with those. Oh my God, where was I going with this? Oh, TikTok. So I was on the search for a wagon, and one of my friends stopped me at a ball game because we were just talking about him at the ball game. And she's like, I was carrying him. She's like, you need one of these wagons. And I'm like, yeah, like that looks really nice. But I'm not about to pay $200 fucking for a wagon. I'll carry him. I'll pass him around. And she told me about this wagon that she got off TikTok shop. And so then and it wasn't expensive. So I bit the bullet and I freaking ordered one, and he loves it. Absolutely loves it. And it's got like storage underneath where you could, put your bags, put chairs. It's literally perfect. So shout out to Allie for getting me on that because it's perfect. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just haven't been on here in forever, and so I'm kind of just rambling on about everything that has kind of popped into my head. I don't know. I had full intentions. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this already. I had full intentions of taking my stuff with me to do a podcast with Mary at the Bullfields. And my one-track mind forgot it. So, and it really, what are you doing? It really would have been perfect because we had like a fucking 5-hour wait between games. And that's another thing. If I have to wait that long, like my body's gonna get stiffer than shit. Like it's out of shape already, but sitting there for 5 hours, no bueno. No bueno whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know. We just been out here living, doing our thing, trying to make it to the next day. I like I said, we're kind of preparing for summer, which in my head I like to think that summer with like the kids at home is gonna be easy breezy. And so like I try to, and I don't know, I try to like make sure that these kids aren't like I'm bored, blah 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 blah. Which, like I said, Tyus goes to the pool. But I've came to the conclusion this summer, if we're both working, these kids are gonna have stuff to do because, like on my, I've been working a few days a week, and then like my days off, I literally spend catching up on laundry, dishes, all that shit. Not this summer. No. I got 2 kids that can do it. So they are going to have some chores to make sure that when me and Dean are working, that we don't come home to a dirty house, which I'm super excited for. Which, honestly, they do really good now. Like, if I leave them a list of stuff to do, they're really good about it. But this is going to be a consistent thing. So I don't have to come home and do it. Which I get it. Like, if I'm at home, I gotta go get Ray Bob. He's exploring the house. If I'm home, like I fully expect to, do that stuff. Because what else am I gonna do? Just sit here on my ass and not do anything? No, probably not. I've done like 700 loads of laundry the past couple days. It feels like. So yeah, I can't. I don't like to just sit here and not do anything because it drives me insane. But yeah, I'm glad I'll have some kids this summer. They get to help me keep this house in order because I do get tired of doing laundry every day and dishes. I hate dishes. So yeah, it'll be good. The kids are ready for summer. They're ready for school to be done. And summer's gonna fly by. I just know it. We've already, the summer events are gonna start here. Well, farmers market's next weekend, and Dean's got to help do the pizza trailer for that. And then you've got derbies, and I work on Saturdays, but usually I work on Saturdays, unless like the kids have a ball game or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be in full swing, and summer's gonna be over before we know it, and kids are gonna be back in school, and we're gonna have a freaking 1-year-old. Ugh, we always wish for summer to get here, and then it just flies by, and it's just because it's busy. It's a busy life, especially with Ray Bob. Ray Bob's a busy boy, right? All right, well, I think I'm done rambling for now. My other topics that I have saved in my phone, I'm going to save for, oh my goodness, a happy hour podcast. I've had a couple girls from high school that reached out that want to do one with me, so I'd like to plan that eventually when we've all got kids. So trying to plan stuff with kids. If you know, you know. So yeah, hopefully get them on. We'll get Mary back on here. But yeah, I'll save those topics for those happy hour ones because they're random, and I just got to know people's input on them. So, well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me ramble and listening to Ray Bob. His fucking monkey feet. Listening to him as well. So, thank you. See y'all later.